Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Graciously Growing. So today I have a special type of video for you. I had a friend that reached out to me who inquired a plant. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm just going to show you. And she indicated that she felt like the plant was declining and would I be willing to look at it for her. So initially she sent me pictures and I told her from the pictures it looked like maybe it could be root rot because there are yellowing leaves on the plant, but I really couldn't tell. So she asked me if she could drop the plant off and if I could see what I could do to get this plant back happy and healthy. So you guys, I may become a PD, a plant doctor. So let's see. All right, let's get this pot out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Okay, you guys, I think her roots look really good. Nice and white, healthy roots. I don't see any sign at all of root rot. So that's a plus. Yeah, she looks really good. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's the problem. The soil looks good. It looks like it has a mixture of, let me see, perlite and bark mixture. It seems to be really decent soil. So what I think I'm gonna do is put her back. Hold on. Okay. My phone is acting up. So I think what I'm gonna do is put her back. And then I am going to spray her down because since it's not root rot, the next thing I was thinking about with her leaves is it could be some type of fungus that's browning her leaves because I don't see, like I said, I looked as much as I could and I didn't see any pest. So let's first and foremost, let's get her back. Okay. Yeah, this is a very, you know, she could be in too big of a pot. I don't think so though. This is a pretty big plant. So I'm gonna say her pot is okay. So I'm going to put her back. And another thing that could be the problem is she indicated that she was, I think, given the plant by someone, and it could just be that this Algonema is acclimating to her home, you know? So that could also be the problem. But I'm gonna do my best to get her happy and healthy and then send her on her way. She is beautiful. I would love to have a Algonema this size, Silver Queen. I do have one, but she's not a baby, but she's definitely nowhere near this size. And like I told you, I'm spilling dirt as usual, making a mess. Okay. Almost done getting her back in her pot properly. Yeah, this soil is nice. I really like this soil. So I don't think it's the soil. Okay, so she's back in. So next I'm going to take off the leaves that are yellowing, just in case it is some type of fungus. You want to get rid of that problem. Yeah, so this is what some of the leaves, quite a few of the leaves are doing. Okay. So let's see. Here's another one. See. And here is another one. So they just have this unhealthy brown looking tip. I am going to tell her when I do give her this plant back to definitely invest in a moisture meter, but also use her fingers, because like I've told you on this channel before, moisture meters, some of them can be really off. So now I'm going to get my neem oil, and we're going to wipe down each and every one of these leaves. So, okay. This stuff does not smell good at all. And I'm in a few plant groups on Facebook, and some people swear by this. This one needs to go too. Saying that it really does work, neem oil. And here's the type that I'm using. Captain Jack's. So like I was saying, some people swear by it. Some people say it doesn't work. I know I had a pothos that had some type of fungi problem, and it was spreading to the other leaves. And I did spray it down with this neem oil several times, and it's gone. Whatever that fungi, fungi, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was, it's gone. So I don't know, whether it works or not. The time that I used it, I had a very good result. And it was the only thing that I used. Oh, here's another one that needs to go. Okay, let's get rid of this. See, another brown leaf. So I am going to, off camera, continue to clean her leaves, and then I'll come back on and show you how she's looking. Okay guys, I am done with this beauty. I have gotten rid of all of the yellowing leaves. I wiped her down very well, and I also sprayed her with the neem oil, and kind of let that sit, and then wipe that off later, the excess neem oil. And yeah, hopefully, and then after that I'm going to give her a good watering, and just monitor her for a couple of weeks to see how she's doing, and to see if the new leaves come in nice and healthy. Because like I said, she does have a few I saw earlier, like right here. You can see that. That's a new leaf coming in. I don't know if you can see that. Let me a little closer. All right, so right there is a new leaf. This looks like this may be a new leaf right here. So she has some growing points coming in. I think that is a good sign, and that hopefully whatever that was, I was able to stop before it spread to more of her leaves. And if there were any pests that I couldn't see, I think the neem oil will take care of that as well, because it does say that it can controls black spots, powdery mildew, which is what I think this was, rust, or it could have possibly been rust, spider mites, aphids, whiteflies, and other insect pests. Can't talk this morning. So yeah, so I'm hoping that whatever was going on with her, she will bounce back, because it definitely has nothing to do with her roots. They were nice and healthy, no root rot there. And so whatever it is, I think that she'll be okay now. But yeah, this is my first plant that I am trying to assess and get back healthy. I told you guys I'm going to become a PD, a plant doctor. I also am waiting for a package in the mail in regards to my Summer Glory. I'll bring her out a little later in this video, because she is a crawler and I needed a rectangle pot so that she can crawl. And I don't know how that's gonna go, because do you have to continue to get longer and longer pots for that type of plant? I'm not sure. But anyway, I did, I had a few more bucks, I don't know what else you would call them, Amazon bucks, on my account that I could use anything for. And I was able to find a rectangle pot that I could use those bucks on. And it's supposed to come in sometime today. And so in the second part of this video, we will be repotting my Summer Glory. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay guys, I have no idea why I said I'll see you in a few minutes, because I wasn't expecting the package until later on yesterday evening. But it did not come yesterday evening. It actually came about an hour or so today. So it's a whole nother day. And I decided I would unbox this Planty content with you. It's not a plant, but it is the planter that I purchased for my Philodendron Summer Glory that I showed you a couple of videos ago. Oh, nice. So this is what I was hoping it would look like. Because my Philodendron Summer Glory is a crawler, according to everything that I've researched. And so I do not own any rectangle pots at all. I'm not quite sure what this is for. Okay, and there's no directions in there. I am definitely not quite sure what that's for, but I do see right here that I will need, let me see. Yeah, I will need my drill to, or maybe not, wait a minute, maybe not. Let's see. Is this one of the ones where remove plug for drainage? and then it has an arrow. I'm not sure if this is really good directions here, because I'm thinking what plug. I think I see what it's talking about. I think it means these little, I don't know what you call them, like little tacks that it has in here, but I'm not quite sure how in the world do you get that out, or are you supposed to get that out? Oh, very interesting. Remove plugs for drainage, and then it has arrows that point in either direction, but there's oh, is that what it means? So I'm gonna try to figure this out off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I think I figured it out. I'm not quite sure, but if you put enough force to it, these two pieces come apart, and they snap back on. But there's also these two holes here, and I'm wondering if it means for you to take a drill to right here and right here, so that the water can probably pool in this area. I do believe that is what it's trying to tell me to do. And so I am going to go get my, but if I do that, then I'm going to need a, I don't know if I want to do that, because if I do that, I'm going to need another, something underneath it to hold the moisture, to hold the water, versus just using this. I don't think I'm going to drill a hole into that area. If later on if I feel like I need to, I can easily just do it because it separates. But what I think I'm gonna do is leave it as is. And these holes here will allow the water to escape into this little tray here. And I think that is how I'm going to use this planter. We're gonna see how it works. But here is my Philodendron Summer Glory. I showed you her when I first purchased her a couple, oh my God, I think I got her before I went home. So it's been a couple of months. And since then, she's put out a brand new leaf, you guys. This is her newest leaf. It's still hardening off. And as you can see, it's a different color, even on the backing, than her more mature leaves here. And so she's doing really good. And the reason why I needed a rectangle pot, let me see if I can show you, is she's crawling outside of the pot. I don't know if you can see that. See this right here? And so what I've been told about these plants, she will continue to crawl that way, so she needs this type of pot. And so I am going to be repotting her today. Yeah, my Philodendron Summer Glory. And I thought it would be nice to bring you guys along with me. This will be my first plant that I have that requires a rectangle type of pot. So we're gonna see how this goes. So here's my soil. I ran out of perlite, but the good thing about this soil that I purchased, it already has perlite in it. I can actually see it. It's the white little pebbles. I usually just add more perlite, but I don't have that today. So I'm just going to be using what's already in the soil. And again, this is called Edena's, EDENA' soil. I don't know. I haven't, I've never checked to see if you can get it online. I just get it from my local nursery. But you can probably check Amazon and see if they carry this type of soil. I just like it because it has perlite. It has, it looks like, what's the other stuff that is really good for your soil? These I can't think of the name. Like tree bark kind of material. I'm not saying the right word, but it helps the soil not maintain too much moisture, so that your plants don't get waterlogged and end up with root rot. So I have been using this soil for quite a while, and most of my plants have been responding positive to it. I do feel like I have a problem with my Alocasia zebrina. It's drooping, and I think the soil is maintaining too much moisture, or I just overwatered it. So I'm gonna be checking that out a little later on today. So here we go. I think that's gonna be enough soil until I take the plant out. Okay, so yeah, she's doing really good. And I think this right here, right there, is another leaf. So yeah. Now, what I'm not quite sure about is how I'm going to get her in this pot, but we're gonna figure that out together. So her roots are here, and she looks really good. And I was trying to show you earlier, see, she is crawling. So here's her roots, and she's going this way. So I think I'm gonna put her in the pot this way. Can you see? I don't think you can. Let's put that a little lower. There we go. I think I'm gonna put her in the pot this way so that she can have all of this area to crawl. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, the question is, when she gets to the end, what do you do? I have no idea. I will deal with that when I get to that part. So there is an actual little tiny centipede in my soil. I wonder if that's a good or bad thing. Ooh, I see two. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna look that up to see if that's a good or bad thing. I've never seen anything in my soil before, and so I'm a little, concerned about that. But I'm gonna look that up and decide whether or not I should be using this soil or should I get rid of this bag. I will let you know. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So it turns out that these little tiny centipedes are really helpful because it kills all of the pests that are known to plague your plants, like aphids and scales. And so it suggests that you leave them be. I just don't know how I feel about that, but we will see. I'm glad that I do keep my soil in a container that is closed, because that kind of creeps me out, to have those things crawling around my home. And if I see one like outside of where it needs to be, we may have a problem. But for now, we're going to proceed. So like I said, This is a crawler. So I'm gonna put it here. You know, actually, because I think I'm gonna have to put more soil in there. I think I'm gonna have to put more soil. Let's see. And let me not make a mess like I usually do and having to clean it up later. And so while I'm doing this, you guys, I am so excited. My birthday is this month. Happy birthday to me. My birthday is October 16th. And my daughter knew that I wanted a IKEA milsbo cabinet. If you watch a lot of plant YouTubers, you will see that a majority of them have the IKEA milsbo cabinet tall or the IKEA milsbo cabinet wide. And what they do is they convert it into a nice environment for plants. Number one, they drill a hole, a 2-inch round hole at the bottom of the shelf so that they can, like the, what do you call it? The plant lights, the grow lights, the cords can like be, you know, tucked away and go down, you know, to the ground, and then you can, you know, plug it into the outlet. And give me a minute. I see one of my puppies outside doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. So let me take care of that real quick. Okay, guys, I'm back. So like I was saying, they convert the cabinet to make it a really nice environment for plants, and specifically they're more expensive and rare plants. So not only do they put the hole in the bottom so that it has a place to feed the cords, they weather strip the doors that open, because the milsbo, IKEA milsbo tall and the IKEA milsbo wide opens, has 2 doors that it opens. So they put the weather stripping at where the doors open and on the sides so that the humidity can stay in. What else do they? Obviously they add grow lights, and they also put usually they have a humidity reader in there, as well as a fan to keep the air circulating. Most people don't use the actual shelves because I haven't, I think it comes with 3 shelves. And so, well, the tall comes with 3 shelves, I believe. And most people take those, because they're just glass shelves, they take those out and they get shelves that are breathable, because they have the openings, like little openings, so that the air can flow in and out. And they usually get those from Etsy. And so, you know, I'm gonna try to see if I can find some pictures and put it on the screen. But I have been looking at these cabinets for a while, wanting to get one, especially when I had a room. One of my sons moved out, and so I have a room available to make a plant room now. I'm so excited about that. I mentioned that in another video. And so I was really saying, oh, a IKEA milsbo cabinet would look really good in here. So like I was saying, my birthday is coming up. My daughter knew that I was eyeing one of those cabinets. And so yesterday evening, I am, you know, working, and I get a ring at the door, and it's FedEx. And it was either FedEx or UPS. I don't remember, but it was one of those delivery places. And you know, they leave, you know, they ring the doorbell and they're gone. And so I opened the door, and here's these 2 big packages. And I was like, excuse me, sir. And, you know, I'm trying to run him down before he gets back to the truck and say, hey, you got the wrong house. I didn't order anything. And he said, 180, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, yeah. And guess what, you guys? my son purchased me a IKEA milsbo tall cabinet for my birthday. And it is upstairs, and I'm elated. And I would have already put it together, but the problem is you have to go ahead and put that hole in the bottom so the cords from the grow lights can, you know, go down. And so I don't have that type of drill, and that's the only reason why I have not put it together yet. So I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So let me move this again. Okay. So that's the only reason why I have not put it together yet. But I reached out to my neighbor who has like almost every tool seemed like Imagine. And I asked him, did he, you know, have a drill, number one, and did he have I don't know what it's called because I am not, I wonder if this part, I think this part needs to be in the dirt as well. I really do think, because yeah, I think that has to be in there as well. So I'm not, you know, savvy when it comes to that type of tools and everything. And so I knew after going to Home Depot, I knew that I needed two things. I needed let me move this up again. Okay. I knew that I needed number one, I needed a drill. And from watching other YouTubers who have purchased a cabinet, they warned that a cordless drill does not have enough power to make that circular hole in the bottom of that metal cabinet. And so they all said, go get you a corded drill. So my neighbor does have a corded drill, but he is looking to see if he has the attachment so that I can attach it to the drill. It's just like a little round circular attachment, and it spins, and it obviously makes that 2-inch circle in the bottom of the IKEA shelf. And so the great thing about it is, even if he doesn't have the attachment, I looked at the attachment at Home Depot and it was $18. And so I could just use his drill, buy the attachment, and you know, then I won't have to invest in my own drill for basically one project. So I am excited. So you will be getting videos about me, number one, constructing my cabinet. I've watched so many videos and seen people make so many mistakes, and thankful for them showing the mistakes they made. I'm hoping that it's going to be a little easier for me when I build mine. And then that would be the first video. And then of course, I'm going to do a video about the accessories that I actually get to, you know, the shell, you know, what shelves I get, what grow lights I get, what type of humidity reader do I get, what type of little fan do I get, all of those things, weather stripping it so that the moisture will be maintained inside the cabinet. And what else do they get? I think that's about it. And then more importantly, well, not more importantly, but more fun will be actually, you know, slowly, and I would say slowly, getting the plants that are going to live inside my cabinet. I am been eyeing quite a few rare, I won't say they're rare, but they're more pricey. Off the top of my head, the Monstera Albo. If I can find a picture, I will put it on the screen. I've been eyeing. I've seen it in some nurseries by me. I've actually seen it in one of the local hardware stores. They have some rare plants in a cabinet. You know, by the way, it's not an IKEA cabinet, but they do have it set up the same way where it keeps, you know, maintains the moisture, and they have the grow lights in it. And that particular plant, they were asking for a little, I think 110 for that Monstera elbow. Also looking, there was quite a few plants that I eventually would like to acquire. It may take years, but there's 4 or 5. Okay, sorry about that. Someone was calling me, but yeah, it probably will take a couple of years for me to, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you the plants that I'm gonna go get my wish list, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's my wish list for my IKEA milsbo cabinet. So it is an Anthurium clavarium. I'm pretty sure I'm destroying that name. I will try to put a picture, if I can find one, of each of these plants on the screen. That's number 1. And Syngonium albo is my second plant that I would like to put in my cabinet. And actually, these are not in any type of order. These are just plants that I would like. I already mentioned the Monstera albo. The Hoya Curtisii, don't know how to pronounce these. The Hoya Wayeti and the Hoya Linares. So I'm going to try to put those 3 on the screen as well. Hoya Curtisii is Curtisii. And then the Hoya Wayeti is Wayeti. And then the Hoya Linares, Linearis. I was also eyeing the Philodendron Florida Ghost. And lastly, and I don't know if I would grow this in my cabinet, probably not, but I also am on the hunt for a Philodendron Silver Stripe, which is kin to the Philodendron Brazil that I have, but the stripes are different. I think it's more of, like it says, a silver, where, you know, your Philodendron Brazil is green with that line going down the middle. With the silver stripe, I think the stripe is more of a creamish type of color from the pictures that I've seen. And maybe in person it has a silvery tinge to it. I have not seen the plant in person. But yeah, those are my wish list plants. And so, you know, look, hopefully, you know, I will be able to purchase some of them and put them in my cabinet. One lady that I follow, Wild Fern is her name, she says that the best way to acquire these type of rare plants is to, you know, go on Facebook Marketplace and go to your plant swaps, and sometimes you can purchase a cutting from a mother plant, which is way, way, way cheaper. And then of course you would have to nurse that and baby it and grow it into a full mature plant, which would be easier to do in a in any type of environment where you have it specifically suited for those type of plants, you know, i.e. the grow lights, the moisture, the humidity, everything is just right, and you can grow. It'll take some time, you know, but you can grow those plants for way less than what it would cost you to get a full mature plant. So with a Monstera albo being a full plant, maybe being 120, 125, you probably can get a cutting for maybe 50 or less. So I will be on the lookout for that as well. But I'm very, very excited to share with you guys from beginning to end, as well as sharing with you me not decorating, but putting together my plant room I do have a few plants. Well, I shouldn't say a few. I have quite a few plants in there that I moved from other areas of the home. And I will definitely give you a tour of that, probably not until I get my cabinet together. So here is how this looks. And yeah, I'm going to give this a good watering. And I hope I did it right. And yeah, so until next time, thank you for sitting with me and while I did this, as well as care for my friend's plant. Like I told you, now I think you guys should refer to me as a PD, a plant doctor. Now, if that plant that I, gave her back doesn't live, you may have to, take that title back from me. But the plant looked pretty well when I gave it to her. And so I told her to give me updates on that plant. And until next time, like I always say, well, before that, if you like this video, please thumbs it up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, leave a comment. I like to talk with you guys. And tell me if you have a philodendron summer glory, and do you have it in a rectangle pot, or how are you growing it? And do you have a IKEA cabinet, either the IKEA tall or the IKEA wide? And tell me your tips and tricks, and tell me what not to do and what I should do. And I think that's it. Until next time, be blessed.